dispatches from the frat house. I want to show you something very cool. I had gotten in touch with Jennifer Harvey at ChicSparrow about 2 months ago now maybe, regarding something specific I wanted for One Book July. I'm fighting allergies really badly, you guys, so I apologize in advance for the streaming eyes and the constant clearing of the throat and possible sniffling as well. Anyway, here comes Liam, just so you know. I had gotten a hold of Jennifer because I was looking for something specific for One Book July. And she started looking and, you know, it's certain types of leather. Hi, baby. And what she ended up finding is so cool. And I wanted to show it to you guys. I am not sure if it's something she's going to stock continuously in the store, but it should be available in the store at ChicSparrow.com next couple of days here. So just kind of keep your eye out for it. It's called Mr. Darcy. We have, what I have to show you now is the pocket size and the personal size, which is a new one for me. I haven't had a personal size anything since my black Malden. And I also have, Mike saw the pocket size one and completely fell in love with the leather. If that tells you anything, that should speak volumes, because Mike totally fell in love with it and asked if he could have one in a narrow size if she had the leather available. So I do have a black one in narrow, but that is right now at the hockey rink. So I'll do a separate video and show you guys the narrow. But I will show you, why don't I get out my my narrow Luxe. It's set up exactly the same way as the narrow Mr. Darcy. So I'll show you that just in case you haven't seen it. So you can see it's got pockets on the inside. So if you're not familiar with the pockets, you can see what they look like. So I've got a pocket one in burgundy and a personal size in black. I'm gonna show you both those right now, but I will also do a separate video on the personal, because that is a very interesting size. It's almost like the pocket is a size small, the personal is a size medium. I'm so sorry for the noise. And the narrow is your regular narrow. So the personal kind of falls in between the pocket and the narrow size. It is a very, very cool size to carry, I'll tell you that. So I'm gonna flip the camera around, I'm gonna get a drink of water, and then I'm gonna show this to you guys after I get him some lunch and get him seated right here, and hopefully he'll let us do this. I've been trying for 3 days to get this recorded, you guys. So keep an eye out. I know right now the leather is limited. There should be a burgundy and a black available, and I have a bunch of details about them both, but I'll tell you guys that while I've got the books out and the camera flipped down so you can kind of see. And then I will show you guys, maybe we'll have Mike come back and do a video with us, and he can show you the narrow Mr. Darcy. So you guys take it easy. Let me know if you have any questions, or you can email Jennifer through the website as well at ChicSparrow.com. And take a peek at this leather and see what you think. It is very different. It's very, very cool. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you need anything. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Okay, we're gonna try this. Liam has decided he is not ready to eat lunch yet. So this is the pocket size Mr. Darcy in burgundy. This is the personal size Mr. Darcy in black. And I even took notes, you guys, so I wouldn't miss anything. So find my notes. Okay. Now this leather, Jennifer says, is the closest that she has had thus far to a Midori leather. Liam, please. It's got a shine to it that will go away the more you handle it. So if you can see, and we're working with horrific lighting today, but you see how shiny that black is? And this is a little bit less shiny. It's kind of, well, there you can kind of tell. This has got more of a matte finish to it just because it's been handled more. I've had it for a few days longer than this one, so it's been handled more. And this got handled quite a bit because it was the prototype. So I contacted Jennifer, told her what I was looking for One Book July, and this was what she came up with. I said I wanted a pocket size burgundy book, 4 elastics, pockets, and I was really looking for this kind of rich burgundy color, and look how gorgeous that is, you guys. Oh my gosh. The black is a little bit shinier. It is unfinished leather. Okay, there's no glazing, there's no wax. It's going to show wear very easily. It's going to show things like scratching. It reminds me a little bit of both my brown and my black Midori, especially this black. It reminds me of my black original Midori. It's going to show you know, it's really going to tell its story. So if you're one that does not like leather that's going to scratch easily and show, you know, scuffs and wearing and things, this is not a leather that you're going to like. If you like leather that ages well, you know, kind of tells its story, this is definitely what you want. The shine on it, when they're making the leather, they have a machine that brings the oil to the surface of the leather, and then they polish it with really soft cloths. Okay, so that's what gives it this really shiny look. So it will not stay shiny. It will become more of a matte finish, which I realize we're by the big bay window in the back of the house, guys, so what little light I have to work with today, you can kind of tell the difference between the two. This is just more of a matte finish than this is. And this is already getting more of a matte finish to it than it was a couple days ago when it came. The burgundy here is like a mix of light and dark burgundies. Okay. Jennifer did say these are drum dyed, so she hasn't tried it yet, but as far as like if it gets wet and you, like, let's say you spill a glass of water or something and you empty this all out and you want it to dry, if you have, you know, something white or a light colored counter, a white towel, something like that, she said you probably wouldn't want to lay it on something light colored once it's gotten wet until it's completely dry, because the dye may transfer. And hold tight, I'm going to take care of Liam 1 second here, and I forgot something on my desk I wanted to show you guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I wanted to show you guys this. This is just a little piece of the same exact leather, okay? And just to show you how it will scratch, like if I, can you see that where I ran my thumb on it? You see how it'll kind of scuff? Okay, and if you rub on it, it does kind of fade it a little bit, but you see it's definitely, you know, for somebody who really likes leather to show wear, and I do, this is definitely going to be for you. And it's not a question of quality. I think a lot of people, and I didn't know this before either, sometimes people think that if a leather will scuff or show wear that it's not as good a quality leather, and that's actually, you know, I know next to nothing about leather, you guys, but it's just different kinds of leather are going to work differently, okay? So this is one that does scuff and scratch and definitely show its use. It shows it beautifully. See, I tend to like, you know, if this were all scuffed up like that, I would just be in love. That's just me. It is pretty firm, not as firm as the All-American leather, I would say. That's in my opinion, but it's not as firm as that, but it's close, but it molds around your inserts really easily. It's really interesting. It's fairly firm, but yet when I, you know, like when I opened it up, like let me show you on this one. When I opened it up, it just laid flat immediately. I mean, it's like way flat. Okay, so it definitely, it's firm, but it molds around things beautifully. Let me look at my notes and make sure I have everything. Oh, the interiors of these, when I open these up to show you the inside, these are the prototypes, so the interiors are not dyed. If you guys decide to order one of these, the pocket, the personal or the narrow or another size, the inside will be dyed to match the outside. Obviously the inside is a little bit different texture than the outside is. You guys know that, right? The outside tends to be the smoother texture. The inside is, you know, a little bit rougher. It's actually very smooth on the inside, but let me show you what I'm talking about. May as well, it's the point of a video, right? You see how this is, and Mike's also is a little bit, there's a little more white to this black. The interior is dyed in the other ones to match. So this is just because we got the prototypes. Okay. What else? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, and the edges too. These, see how the edges are finished? That's all hand burnished with beeswax. Okay, so everything's all finished. Okay. So here is the difference between the personal and the pocket size, size-wise. Personal is just a little bit wider and a little bit taller, okay? I have field notes sized stuff in here, and you guys have seen, you know, how I set this up. The personal one is just like Jennifer's other deluxe notebooks, personal size with pockets, comes with 2 pockets here, full pocket in the back, and here you can also see, I do this every time, you guys, I forget to take stuff out because I'm so smart. There we go. You see how the interior is kind of lighter Okay, this will be dyed as well as the outside. Okay, just so you know. So that is going to be a little bit different, but it's interesting. Obviously where the pockets are, it's a little firmer. We've talked about that before because it's 2 layers of leather, but it just, the spine just molds right around everything beautifully. I did not, like when I got this, I didn't roll it. Like when I got my All-American that's this size, I kind of very carefully, because of the stitching, you know, I opened it up like this and I rolled it up this way and I laid it flat, and I kind of rolled it this way and laid it flat, and I rolled it this way and laid it flat, and then I, you know, flipped it over and I did the same thing and rolled everything. I didn't have to do that with this. And it's not, I love the All-American leather, you guys. I love that notebook. It's just a question of it's a little bit different leather. So you can kind of see where Liam got stuff on my notebook. You see the color in there? I'm trying to get it. There we go. Look at the variations in that burgundy. Isn't that gorgeous? That is exactly what I was looking for. Isn't that awesome? Oh, focus, babe. There we go. So that is what the burgundy leather looks like. It's this wonderful mix of like light and dark burgundies. The black, I don't know if it's because it's a different dye or if it's because this one was handled more than this one. This one feels a little bit different. I think it is just a handling thing. It's pretty smooth, and you can already see where I've started to ding it up with stuff like in my bag. Okay, because they have pockets, they have a spine closure. All right, and let me see if I can hang this one open without causing detriment to everything inside. The black is kind of a flatter black than, like the burgundy isn't a flat burgundy. There's light and darks. The black is a very uniform black. Look how gorgeous that is. It is so pretty, you guys. And Mike's is just like this. Obviously Mike's doesn't have his name on it, or my name on it. But it's a narrow size. So the personal size right now, one difference you will find with the personal size with pockets versus the pocket size with pockets or the narrow size with pockets is the personal size comes with a secretarial pocket on both sides. Okay, so there's a secretarial pocket there, and there's a secretarial pocket there. All right. So that is one difference I want to make sure everybody's aware of. If you decide to get the personal size and you're looking for something that will have pockets like this, the personal size isn't available with pockets like that. Maybe down the road, but not right now. Okay, so that is one big difference there. I'm going to do a separate video about a personal size traveler's notebook, talking about inserts and whatnot, because, you know, it's kind of a new size. It's not a new size for inserts, but for traveler's notebook, I haven't really seen a whole lot of personal size ones around. So when I found out this was available, I jumped on it because I really wanted to try a personal size, and I like showing you guys that stuff. And the only way I can show it to you is if I try it myself. So sold a bunch of books in the house that I wasn't going to be reading again, that I either got on digital or just knew I wouldn't read again. So boy, I spent a lot of time on eBay and half.com the last 2 months selling books, so we could kind of treat ourselves a little bit. So I will take you guys on a run through of this another time, the way I have it set up, and show you different places that you can get personal size inserts. But it's 4 elastics in the center of the inside, spine elastic on the outside, white stitching. All the stitching on the deluxe ones are just going to be white, so it's contrasting stitching. And I am going to give you one more peek at this gorgeous leather because I just can't stop. Isn't that beautiful? It's exactly what I wanted. So it's one of those funny things, you know, I contacted Jennifer saying, hey, I don't know if you'd be able to do this. This is what I'm looking for One Book July. And this is what happened. Serendipity. So if you guys have any questions, give me a holler, give Jennifer a holler, let us know. I just wanted to show that new leather to you really quickly. If you're interested in it at all, just keep an eye out at ChicSparrow.com. I think right now they're available in limited quantities, and then from there it'll just be a question of, you know, what Jennifer can get her hands on for this leather. So, you know, stay in touch with them, email them, double check at the website if you're going to email them, and make sure you're emailing the right site. Jennifer does have one person in the office that is all they do is answer emails. So make sure you're sending it to the right email there so that they get it. Okay, if you have questions, let me know, or shoot them an email and let them know, and I will show you guys Mike's narrow. He and I talked about it. I think it's about time we have Mikey back in another video, right guys? So we'll show you the narrow one, and it's a lot like this, but it's just taller. You know, it's got that third pocket, and I know I said I was going to go grab the luxe. You guys have seen the inside of that before. it's the 3 pockets inside instead of the pocket size that only has 2. But we'll do a separate video and show that. And then I will also, you guys have already seen the setup of this. My All-American was set up the same way. I literally just moved the contents from one notebook to the other. But this one, I will walk you guys through in a separate video and share some stores, some Etsy shops, you know, places online that you can get personal size inserts that are still able to be printed so that the pages will run in the proper order inside of a traveler's notebook. Okay, you guys take it easy. I hope you're having a fantastic spring. I hope that the pollen isn't running you under as much as it is me, because oh my goodness. I hope you're all doing well. I will talk to you soon. I can hear Liam starting to get irritated at his pizza that he is having for lunch, so I'm going to go, okay? Talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.